So that's saying a lot too, because if I guess our viewers, listeners don't know that you are such a dog lover, and I'm sure you love cats as well, but you have your precious black lab. Do you want to tell us about Ginsburg?
Yes. So I do. I have a black lab named Ginsburg, and she was my pandemic puppy.
Yes, a good decision.
A great decision. Ari actually bought her for me for my 23rd birthday.
Okay.
Or maybe it was 24th. And we had gotten in a bit of a fight. And so we were laying in bed and he was
How
like,
to make it right. That would work for me.
Buy me a puppy. I will forgive you. And
done.
So, we went and we picked her up and she was just 5 pounds and the cutest little thing. And, she's kind of...
She's sassy.
She's a lot.
In the best way, but she is full of personality.
She'll sleep in between us in bed at night, and she sleeps on her back with her head on the pillow, underneath the covers, and she snores like a train.
So what's to hate about that, right?
Exactly.
You're like, we basically already have children, and I hear there's another on the way.
There is. Yes, we are expecting another dog.
Another black lab puppy.
Yes.
So what's her name going to be?
It's going to be Tonks, after the Harry Potter character.
I love it. So
Thank
fun.
you. And we're picking her up a week from Sunday. She's at puppy training camp right now, learning how to sit and, learn her name and
not snore.
Pretty much all those things that I really don't feel like teaching her.
Nor do you really have the time for. So
Exactly.
I think we can give you a get out of jail free pass there.
Well, thank you for that.
Yes. So something else that we had gotten to talk a little bit about was kind of your travel. So you grew up, was it your dad was in the Army?
Nope. So both of my parents were in the military.
Military, okay.
Air Force.
Air Force. And I was like, correct me. I know it was, some of the military.
Yes. Both my parents were in the Air Force.
Okay.
My dad was an F-15E pilot, so he's a fighter pilot.
Wow.
And
pretty
my
rare.
mom was a physical therapist.
Okay.
And now my dad is an Italian house husband, and my mom teaches in Tuscany.
Oh my goodness. So they are truly living like the dream.
Pretty
my
much.
Dream anyways.
They are living my dream as well. Every night they'll, send pictures of, here's all the local wine we have. And they live in this little olive vineyard, I guess.
Oh my goodness.
And on Sundays they come out and they try the local olive oil with everyone else who lives in it. It's called an agriturismo.
Okay, I'm very jealous
I am
now.
very jealous too.
At least you have a good landing spot. You're like, oh yeah, we're going to our place in Tuscany.
Exactly. But, they're only going to stay there for like 2 years. So got to visit them while I can. But luckily we had tons of time to travel growing up. And
so given your travels, I remember you said you went to high school. Again, correct me if I get any of this misconstrued or mixed up. You went to high school and graduated in England. Is that right?
I did.
Okay, so how long were you in England?
I was in England for 9 years.
Okay, so that's at least a good chunk.
It was a good chunk. I went to military school, so we went to school on base, which is why I don't have an English accent.
That's fair.
But, it was a lot of fun because...
Wasn't like a boarding school.
Right. So it was very, very easy.
Off to Switzerland.
But, people here, if you live in Colorado Springs, you might go to Denver to compete in, whatever sporting event. But when we were competing in sports, we'd go to Germany or Italy or Spain. And
casual.
We did the Model United Nations, and we went to the UN, and we watched, trials for war criminals. And
yes.
It was a really great experience.
That sounds like a really rich upbringing. You can't, honestly, a British or Swiss boarding school couldn't, afford you all of those things. And the fact that you still get to do that with your parents is amazing.
It's been really fun. And, my entire family loves to travel. So.
Okay. You got the travel bug. So where is next on your list? Or I guess I want to know that, but also where is your favorite place that you've ever been?
Oof. Okay. Next on my list, we're actually, Ari and I are visiting my parents in Tuscany. But if I had,
of course,
next on my dream list, I would like to do like Fiji or somewhere like that. I love to scuba dive. So
the tropics.
Exactly.
So is it maybe on the list of potential places for the honeymoon? Because I know you guys are planning all of the wedding details right now.
Right now on the list for our honeymoon is somewhere really close. So maybe just the Bahamas or somewhere that it's not too long of a flight. Because
sure.
I don't want to waste 3 days of our trip.
Honestly,
flying.
Get that. You're like Jamaica or Mexico or Tulum. Any of those work well.
Exactly. And, when we're not honeymooning, we can try somewhere else. But we're not quite sure on that yet.
Okay, totally fair.